What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake72 coming to you guys with a video right now. Just want to talk about some news, I guess, leading up to this last preseason game. Nick Foles is back. He's back. He's just returned to practice. Thank fucking God. The pussy can finally not worry about the elbow. So, he's back, and I have a feeling that he will play Thursday to get some reps. Not go crazy, but I don't know if I can see McGloin and Dane Evans throw the whole... I don't know if I can even watch that the whole time. But I'm going to be there, so I have to watch it. But I would think Nick Foles can go in for a good quarter. I don't see why not. I think they make sure that elbow is nice and firm, and there's a little pad, a little elbow pad on it. And they'll honey boo-boo it up on the sideline. Make sure he's all right. But most of all, for a backup QB that we have, we really need to see what... I understand it's Nick Foles, I understand, but I know Doug Pearson has a lot, confidence in him, but we have to see what he can do. I just want to see him throw some balls to these young guys and see, we all know the starters ain't playing. Don't rush to go watch this game. I'm literally going to this game because a buddy of mine, my girlfriend wants to go. She got tickets, and my buddy from work was like, "Hey, I'll go with you." And I said, "Okay, cool. So we'll buy tickets. Fine." So he's coming, and he's a diehard Jet fan that knows they suck. So there's gonna be any shit talking. So don't worry about it. So he's playing with Nick Foles playing now and going into this game. There's a lot of weird things happening. There's some changes, but there's one change that I'm very fascinated about, and I know I've never liked this guy, and I know that I think he sucks as a safety, but Jalen Watkins played corner last game, and Jim Schwartz said in this press conference today, he said, the guys that don't get noticed are always doing a good job. The guys that get noticed are the ones that are, especially corners, the ones that get noticed are either the ones that blow coverage or get interceptions. He's one of the guys that was thrown into corner because he's not making it in the safety spot. They got rid of Terrence Brooks, and Terrence Brooks I think is better than Jalen Watkins anyway. I think that Jalen Watkins, I know he had a pick, but he actually had, Jim Schwartz said, I wasn't even paying attention, later in the game. I was looking more at the offensive line. I was looking at the running back situation. I was looking at the receivers, but on the defense, I really wasn't looking at too much but the D-line. Maybe the corners a little bit. But Jalen Watkins actually had a good day, a good night, in Philly. And he made some plays. So I don't know if he can actually be an option as a depth corner for us. I don't know, but maybe. I mean, he's been in this for a while. He's been on this team for a while. I know he's only been in this scheme for 2 years, well, a year. But at the same time, could he be a guy that they keep as depth at corner? There's no doubt in my mind they'll put him as in corner Thursday night. Thursday night he will be playing the corner spot. Okay. He will play the corner spot Thursday night, and we'll see how it goes. Now, we got Dexter McDougal from the New York Jets coming in. Jim Schwartz was asked about that too, and he said, the guy knows how to play football. He knows how to play at the NFL level. It's just terminology. As any new player that comes to a team during preseason, it's all about terminology. They have to learn things a little bit quicker. They're not going crazy. They're mostly playing as they have been, playing a base defense. A few blitzes maybe here and there. Like, we really haven't had the blitz crazy amounts. But at the same time, it's just a base defense. Don't want to show too much offensively, defensively. And that's pretty much it. So Jalen Watkins can actually, if he really can do something at that corner spot. Now, at an outside corner spot, I don't know. I don't think he can cover the best receivers in the league. Definitely not. But he could be a guy in the fold. He could be a guy in the fold to play at least the nickel spot or whatnot. So who knows? But to put Jalen Watkins as a depth guy could probably, it won't hurt us. It won't be a horrible thing because I don't trust C.J. Smith, okay? Ron Brooks, we haven't seen too much of, but I think Patrick Robinson, in my opinion, I think Patrick Robinson is going to beat Ron Brooks, and Ron Brooks is going to be out the door next year. Patrick Robinson, I don't know, depending on a year he's having, if they extend him to a whole year, if we can't find a slot, if Russell Douglas is not ready by next year, which I think he will be, because number one, Russell Douglas has a lot on his plate. Okay, he comes in. Rookie camp was just rookie camp. They just go through drills, and he looked really good. But then when you add the terminology, you add the NFL terminology and everything else, his play time starts to slow down. And as Mike Mayock has said about Russell Douglas, the guy is a ball hawk. The guy is a perfect size corner, a big, long corner, and not the fastest guy in the world either. But he extends his body so well. And he's a very good tackler. The only problem is his technique consistency with Russell Douglas. His hand placement, being consistent on every play. Because you can't win one and lose four, you understand? And then go back and win one. You got to at least win two, lose one, win three, lose one. You understand? It's got to be consistent. So Russell Douglas is going to have a down the road develop year, and that's fine with me, because just think of it, he was going to outside corner, and now since he went through all this time doing outside corner, and then when this Darby trade happened, got rid of Jordan Matthews, then they put him in the slot, they put him in the nickel, so then he had to learn nickel on top of it. And I know from outside the nickel it might be not a big deal of a difference. It is a little bit of a difference terminology wise, but you're mostly doing the same thing. You're just facing a different type of receiver. So now he's moving. He's got to learn down the road. But I have high ceiling hope for Russell Douglas down the road. So I'm not worried about Russell Douglas at all. Then you got Michael Kendricks, that's playing phenomenal, with already 3 picks, 2 sacks, 6, 7 tackles already, putting on a very good show for us. So I understand, will it go to, he only played 27% of the snaps last year. He was very frustrated because we all know Michael Kendricks has always been a starter in the 3-4 defense. That's what you get. But now, he could be that guy. He can develop a lot of trade value. We can get, I could see us getting a 3rd, 4th round pick for him next year. Definitely. A 3rd to a 5th round. Probably more of a 4th, 5th round next year. Because I know he won't be on this team. Nigel Bradham probably won't be on this team. Probably not. I don't know. So there's contracts that need to be signed. People's paychecks that need to be paid. Need to be, everyone's got to get paid. Who deserves of it. So, it's crazy because Michael Kendricks seeked out the trade in January, and now he's playing so fucking good now, showing the coaches what he has, and that's what's expected of him. He's a vet. He should be making plays. He should be doing the right things. And, and you need him in there. Now there might be a looming suspension for Nigel Bradham. It might happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it might happen. If he does get suspended, Michael Kendricks has to step in there and do what he's got to do. So that's all I really want to say, guys. I'll be back with a video tomorrow, talking birds as usual. So I'm off work. Going to chill out, relax. And I'll see you guys later. Fly, go, swat, baby.